Discipline is where it all starts and where it will end if you don't have it. Because discipline is not micromanagement. Discipline is knowing that you did what you're supposed to do when you step on the platform or when you submit your bid. It's required to win.
I'd rather be sidelined trying to achieve greatness than watch greatness achieved and it only set on the sideline. Now introducing your host, Jacob Emery.
This episode of the Iron and Infrastructure Podcast is brought to you by Unlocking Greatness with Jacob Emery, a coaching community built for those ready to become the strongest version of themselves. Weekly calls, proven playbooks, and a community built to grow. Greatness is not given, it's unlocked. Join us today at jacobemery.com or DM coach at jacobemery44 on all social media platforms. Welcome back to another edition of the Iron and Infrastructure Podcast. And today I want to talk about a really embarrassing moment that I had. The moral of the story comes down to this. You cannot outbid your training. You cannot outbid your training. So what does that mean? 22, getting ready to do my first powerlifting meet, going into the year, feeling good, lifting heavy, everything's going according to plan. Got to have some knee rehab done, stem cell injection. I had all kind of stuff going on. So get it course corrected. Going into April, we're going to do a powerlifting meet. And 3 to 4 weeks out before I tear part of my pec. Partial tear, but nonetheless, it was a nasty one, and it took some time to rehab. April, on show day, I just showed up. I was a cheerleader. I help wrap knees. I help do whatever, and I got to be a part of it, just in a different light than what I thought. World records were broke. Brian Callahan shout out, 700-pound squat. I wrapped his knees that day. He said, "Put me in a cast, Jake. Put me in a cast." So I got to be a part of something pretty epic. Then fast forward to September, and there's another meet coming up. I wasn't going to do it. And Nate Saxton says, "Hey, man, you got to jump in here. You got to come in with me. Let's do this meet." All right. Nonchalant, still doing rehab. And this was like 2 months out. So I ended up signing up for the meet. Knees still all banged up. I haven't squat maybe 5 times going into the meet. It's still bad shape. I changed my squat stance 2 weeks before, which is not smart. I went from wide with chucks to narrow with lifters. I don't recommend it, by the way. I wasn't prepared for it. I was maybe 50% running in, and I just went in on instinct. That gut feeling, I'd been training, but not like I needed to. I didn't have the numbers to prove to myself in training that I could go out on the platform and do it. So show day, powerlifting meet day, show up, I'm ready to go. And I was not conditioned for it. So I knew I got to conserve what energy I have throughout the day. I can't get too hyped up or I'll end up hurting myself, or I'll bomb out. And so I relaxed, try to take a nap almost in between lifts, get up there for my squat. Corey Gregory walks in the door on his birthday of all things, wraps my knees. He's there to hype me up. And I opened it at 410, and I was going to go 410, 460, 500. Unracked the weight. It didn't feel good. I felt horrible lower body wise. And I go down, squat, and it felt god awful. Weight moved very easily, but 410 smoked it. But it didn't feel right. It didn't feel good at all. Depth was probably questionable, or period questionable maybe to me. But I felt like I got depth. And then I went up again, 460. Missed it twice. So 410. And I thought, man, that's my opener. I've done this so many times. I did it 4 or 5 times the month leading up to, and like it was nothing. And that's where I'm stuck at. So I got called for depth twice. My hips were jacked up. Didn't feel good. Everything was just off. So when I get done and I got to look G in the face and say, man, that sucks. So I was down on myself. And then I just remember like, I almost bombed out. Kind of like putting a bid in where you don't have the data to show what you're doing. Look at your bid numbers versus the actual bid pricing submitted. You look at what's going on and you're just like, I just don't feel good about that. The gap from what I got with that opener at 410 and maybe that $400,000 job that I got Should have been 500 and should have been 500-pound squat. It's amazing how the gym correlates so much to business and life in general. So looking at the bid numbers, you might look at your actual versus your submitted, and your variance is huge. And you're like, why? I don't understand. Because you weren't trained properly. You weren't put in a position to squat the weight, to submit the bid right because of the work done before. Stage day, submission day, they're the same. It's not about that day. It's about all the work you did leading up to it. And one thing about it, when you put in a bid, when you get under the bar, it never lies. It always tells you the truth. Sometimes getting the bid as a win doesn't mean you actually won. Sometimes it means that your pricing sucks, that you're underbidding something that you shouldn't have. You missed a part, kind of like your squat. My hamstrings were weak. I missed a training component. So bids, bomb out, they're all kind of the same. You don't want to have them happen to you because they're catastrophic to your health or to your wealth, maybe. At first, walking off the platform, I thought, man, I wanted to blame someone else but myself, and I couldn't. I knew I couldn't. Kind of like the bid. Put in a bid, you submit, you get it. Look at the numbers, and you're like, oh crap, we forgot materials. It's on you. So, what's the momentary thing that you want to do? Are you down on yourself? Are you beat up? Are you being a victim? Is it part of your comeback story? I missed this thing, so I got to overcome that miss with whatever's next. Squats are done, get back up under the bar, boom, open at 380. Now, mind you, coming off of a torn pec, my highest weight since tearing the pec was 350. So I had put 300 pounds on the bar one time since March. I'm in not peak condition, to say the least. I'm not in good shape. My pec's 30-40% maybe. A couple of heavy lifts and that's it. And of all people, Tony freaking Ramos, Westside Barbell legend, is handing off for me. So we got Corey Gregory on the squat. He had already bailed on me. He's like, fuck you, get out of here. He had a birthday party to go to for himself, of all things. And G showed up in a way that I would have never expected. That just shows you what kind of person he is. And then Tony Ramos is there the whole time too. And he hands out to me. Man, I can't let two of them down. Warm up at 350. Smoked it. Then 380. Smoked it. What do you call? Tony calls 410. I let him call it. Smoked it. The irony in that number 410. 410 was the squat and 410 was the bench press. So just imagine the chuckle that everyone got whenever they found out that I squatted and benched the same amount in the meet. That's not a bomb out, but it's pretty damn close to it. Find the edge after you know that you failed something. Figure out what it is. What's the gap that you can make up that you may have got that pricing a little bit better there? How can we be more efficient to overcome this deficit? How do we come back from that failure? It all is the same, whether it's the bid, the bomb out, under the bar, whatever. Your training log, your data, it's going to tell you whether you're going to win or not. Based on what you've done, will show you what kind of outcome you're capable of getting. The bar does not lie, and neither does the bid. What your actuals do as far as a P&L, how you actually perform inside of a business, it doesn't lie. The numbers never lie. You got to have the pricing in place, just like you got to have the training in place. If you're programming and your pricing under the bar with your programming and your business with your pricing, if they're not good enough, you're not going to outperform it. You cannot outperform bad pricing or bad programming. The bar does not lie, neither does the balance sheet. So before you submit a bid, before you sign up for that meet, you gotta have your capacity checked. You gotta know what your data says. Are you logging your training sessions? Are you eating enough? Are you sleeping enough? Is your recovery good? Are you getting your data entry done on time? Is it accurate? Is it timely? Do you have a pulse on the business today so you can predict the next bid coming up tomorrow? Discipline is where it all starts and where it will end if you don't have it. Because discipline is not micromanagement. Discipline is knowing that you did what you're supposed to do when you step on the platform or when you submit your bid. It's what it required to win. Discipline's not taking away freedom. Discipline allows you the opportunity to get more freedom. And without discipline, I don't think you can have true freedom. So whether it's at the bar, whether it's at the bid table meeting, make sure that you are checking yourself. Because one fact I know for sure, the numbers never lie. So whenever you're submitting your bid numbers or your bar numbers, listen to both because they're going to tell you the truth. Stop telling yourself one day. It isn't about one day, it's about day one. Today should be your day one. What you need isn't another day. What you need is clarity with the community to give you confidence to unlock your greatness. That's what the group coaching program is all about. Confidence, clarity, via commitment. Hit the show link in the notes. Let's start unlocking your greatness now, today.